Hello, beautiful people. This is Natalie Silva with Life Treasures and Golden Moments. Here I am once again to share another story with you today. And today I want to dedicate this story to a couple of friends of mine that are listeners out there that are having significant birthdays. And I know who they are. They will be unnamed, but I hope they like this and enjoy the story today. And it's called Getting Old Gracefully. And it was authored by Barbara Blossom Awesome. When I turned 68, old age seemed to have arrived. 70 loomed close and felt especially ominous as my mother died at age 72. My husband Tom, ever the optimist, reminded me that my father lived to be 94, and also that I'm a lot more active and health conscious than my mother was. After all, we stretch every morning before we eat our breakfast of steel-cut oatmeal. Take our vitamins and supplements, get plenty of exercise, and have meaningful days. Mine are filled with gardening and writing, Tom singing, playing keyboard and the trumpet. Still, sometimes it takes two of us to come up with an acquaintance's name or a title of a movie we just saw yesterday. Once I could garden nonstop for 6 hours, but now I need a break after 2 hours. Then there are those startling moments when I turn the corner in the store to face an unexpected mirror. Who is that old person in that glass? It's no accident that the 3 light bulbs above the mirror in my bathroom are now 15 watts. I like the soft glow. Besides, without my reading glasses, I can't see the wrinkles, although it does seem that my eyes are shrinking. Is it time for an eye lift? In a heartbeat, dread of surgery overcomes vanity. Then I think to myself that I've simply got to find a way to accept old age with all its changes. I'm making the last years of my life miserable with worry. When I started to worry about aging, I decided to get some help from my friends in the Golden Years Gardening Group. We meet once a month to talk about our gardens and anything else that's on our minds, and we're all women over 60 with a common love for plants. I propose that our next meeting topic be the positive aspects of aging. I worried that no one would show up. Why on earth had I suggested this topic? It might be too serious, too fraught with anxiety. So what a relief that most everyone showed up. Gail Austin started the Golden Years Garden Group a year after her husband Ken died. She wanted more time to spend with friends to enjoy life, to work less and play more. As she began simplifying her large, high-maintenance garden, Gail realized that many old gardeners were struggling with a similar process and could use a support group to help them accept life's changing circumstances. We would share the adventure of letting go of our stressful work and learn to enjoy less complicated gardens. That afternoon, Gail suggested we go around the room and give each person her turn to speak about the benefits of aging without any interruptions. She began with a key statement. I don't worry about the little things anymore, Gail said. 40 was the beginning. This theme, the perspective we gain after experiencing many of life's changes over time, came up repeatedly. Hazel, a recent member, put a similar idea in her own words. Resilience, she said. Life experience has given me that. There was a moment of quiet in the room as we all absorbed the importance of Hazel's wisdom. By now, some of us were nodding our heads in agreement, smiling in recognition of this big advantage of growing old. Next, Lisa announced another common thread. My grandchild, she said, I understand now why my grandmother meant a lot to me. I understand the love she was giving to me and can transmit it to my granddaughter. Some of Lisa's grandmother's love came in the form of discipline. Now Lisa practices the same tough love with her granddaughter, helping her set boundaries. Jeppy added another layer to the topic of family connections. I have a new relationship with my dad, who's 89, she said. He became a gardener in his late 70s. Now they share that passion and spend time together in the garden. Her dad is slow, but that's just fine. What's important is that they're growing closer. Drew reminded us about the importance of a positive attitude. I'm a cup is half full kind of person, not a cup is half empty, and I'm lucky for that, she said. Anne echoed Drew's affirmation, adding more details. The cup is full. A new day is always wonderful. I feel appreciation here to be here, she said. Anne practices gratitude every evening, reviewing the gifts of the day before she goes to sleep. Diane reminded us about financial independence. I feel lucky to have retirement income, she said. Now it's fun to get up at 6 a.m. Renee piggybacked on that idea. I finally have independence, my independence, she said. I get to decide what I want to do. By this time, I was feeling pretty good about growing old. I hadn't prepared what I'd say, but when my turn came, I knew just what it was. Without any rehearsing, I blurted it out. I'm so happy to have found love late in my life, I said. I met Tom when I was 58 years old, and we married 5 years later. After 23 years of being divorced, falling in love with a wonderful man was a great gift for older age. I put my arm around Diana, who sat next to me in the circle of friends. We'd been gardening friends for many years, way before Golden Gardeners had been formed. Diana here was my role model. She encouraged me not to give up, to keep searching until I found the right man, I said. Diana smiled and explained to the group that it took her 5 marriages before she found a lasting love. Both of us married younger men who would have been out of the picture when we were in our 20s. Actually, they would have been in high school. As we get older, 10 years difference in age doesn't matter. I thought more about how getting older helps us love more deeply. Tom is there for me when I'm sick, just as much as when I'm healthy. A natural-born comedian, he keeps me laughing every day, the best tonic I know. When I was younger, I never would have considered a short, bald man who'd been married and divorced 3 times. But when I met Tom, all I could see was his beautiful smile, his warm blue eyes, and a loving heart. I gave him extra credit for continuing to marry. I'd met so many men who'd become embittered after even one divorce. Tom's hopefulness gave me courage to marry again. Our group had helped me more than I had imagined. Not only were my worries about growing older quieting down, I was actually thrilled to be in this stage of life, now that I saw the big picture. Best of all, our circle had grown closer after sharing these intimate details of our lives. I looked around at all my friends with greater understanding, respect, and love. How wonderful to be a part of this gathering of wise women, all of us lending strength to each other and on such an interesting journey. In closing today, I'd like to share a quote that was written by George Santana. To be interested in the changing seasons is a happier state of mind than to be hopelessly in love with spring. Thank you for listening today. And again, to my friends out there, a happy, significant milestone birthday. Until next time, you all take care and may God bless. This is Natalie Silver with Life Treasures and Golden Moments.